DJ, put a nigga back to the record, baby, and give me this right now.
What's up, everyone? Brian S33 here, and today we're going to be going through a trade deadline scenario with the Miami Heat. So, this is the NBA 2K21 game on PS4, so it's not entirely fast, like the PS5. But we're going to go through a few trade scenarios that could happen before the deadline. So looking at my team right here with the Miami Heat, you got a lot of good players: Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero. The few players I'm thinking like Miami Heat doesn't really need: Andre Iguodala, of course, because he's 15 mil and he's serving no purpose within the team. Kelly Olynyk, who is a nice three-point spotting shooter, but he can't create his own offense. And Duncan Robinson is, I would say, the loser in this scenario because everyone's figured out his game style and he can't score anymore. So, let's see some trade scenarios for Duncan Robinson and Kelly Olynyk first. So right here we got a few good scenarios. What Miami Heat really needs right now is someone who can be a backup to Bam Adebayo, but it's also a great three-point shooter. None of these are good. I mean, you got like JJ Redick. Aaron Baines is okay. Jacob Poeltl is not a great player, so we could get Drake Crowder back. That's actually a very great move. So I'm looking through here. It doesn't seem like there's any good players for these two. What we couldn't do is just trade Andre Iguodala by himself, because his value is much greater. We got a few players. Rudy Gay would be excellent. What else do we have here? Terence Ross. Terence Ross is actually a perfect fit. He fills in that small forward spot in the Miami Heat, and he also plays excellent defense. I would say average defense, but I think his three-point shooting is very underrated. Reggie Bullock, nah. Bismack Biyombo. I mean, the Charlotte Hornets doesn't need another center within their lineup, so that's a possibility. Okay. Let's see what else we have here. Avery Bradley's. He's making 5 mil, which is what you expect from him. Precious Achiuwa and Dragic are great players. I don't know if Dragic would be worth that contract. He makes about 20 points per game, and he does facilitate a lot. But in terms of championship, I'm not too sure. Kendrick Nunn is... his salary is 2 mil, and it doesn't really match any players that would, fill in as the backup point guard. Larry Nance Jr. is nice. What Miami Heat doesn't want is another Bam Adebayo, which, he's great for defense, but he can't create his own shot. And I think when Jimmy Butler is off the court, they need someone to facilitate. There's no way we're getting Hassan Whiteside back. Trash player. Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma is a good player. Would he work? He doesn't have any... He's a liability on defense, so I'm going to say no on Kyle Kuzma. Yeah, it's not that many players for Kendrick Nunn. Let's just go with Andre Iguodala and trade him over for Rudy Gay. Yeah, because I mean he's 3 years younger. We get rid of Harkless, which we don't even need in the team. We get a great power forward who could stretch the floor while Bam is out there. And we get a second round pick on top of that. We'll just, you know what, we'll just do this trade right here. Yeah, Covington or Jay Crowder, I would say, would be perfect. If we could get Covington. Oh, I don't know. Covington or Jay Crowder. One of these two. This is a 2-year, 25 mil contract as opposed to Jay Crowder, which is 3-year. Let's just do the 2-year. Yeah, let's do that. We really don't need Kelly Olynyk. Yeah, let's do this trade. And see if we could get something for Duncan Robinson. If we can't, I mean, we could always put Duncan Robinson as backup. I mean, he's great for making 9 points per game in the bench lineup. So let's see how our lineup is looking like. So we got Goran Dragic, Tyler Hero, Jay Butler, Rudy Gay, Bam Adebayo, and then off the, in the bench we got Precious Achiuwa, Robert Covington, Kendrick Nunn, Avery Bradley, Duncan Robinson. Don't sleep on Chris Silva. He's actually a good player. Okpala as well. The only reason I didn't trade Udonis Haslem is I believe he's going to retire, and it's just not a great look if you trade your player right before he's about to retire. If only I could trade Meyers Leonard, because if he wasn't injured, I would trade him. It's just a bad contract. I wish they kept Jay Crowder over Myers Leonard. But let's see how this works out. Let's see. System. Yeah, grit and grind is what we want. Something more defense-based than offense. Alright, let's see how this works out for the rest of the season. And we'll just skip through to the playoffs. Alright, so we just ended the season. So for this season, MVP is of course Joel Embiid. We got LaMelo Ball as the Rookie of the Year. We got Precious Achiuwa as the sixth man, as he should be. He's very underrated. Giannis Antetokounmpo, Defensive Player of the Year, twice. This is his second award. Second back-to-back. Christian Wood, Most Improved. He deserved it, even though he got injured. Coach of the Year, Stan Van Gundy. There's no way Stan Van Gundy is Coach of the Year. I would honestly give it to the Utah Jazz coach. He's doing a pretty good job up there. And that's it. Player stats. So we got 21 points coming from Jay Butler with 5 defensive rebounds for a total of 8 rebounds per game. Wow. Bam Adebayo did pretty well on the boards. He got 12. Not much. They got about the same in assists. What about Precious Achiuwa? Precious Achiuwa actually ended off the season really well. 15 points per game with 6 defensive rebounds, 9 total. Interesting. Tyler Hero, I think Tyler Hero for the future should become a point guard. If he could learn from Goran Dragic, I think he'll take over and we could just trade Goran Dragic for another player, honestly. Hyperextended left shoulder. I mean, whatever. Goran Dragic put up average numbers. He's actually declining from his previous year. Kendrick Nunn, nice 12 points. Rudy Gay, this is what we needed from the bench. Rudy Gay with 12 points, 5 rebounds. Robert Covington, 7 points with 5 rebounds. Yeah, this is actually very nice. Duncan Robinson, like I said, he's good for like 9 points. And Avery Bradley is, just like a safety net. Because he brings in the defensive energy off the bench, and this is what we need during the playoffs. So let's see how Miami Heat does with the Toronto Raptors. Any other team that surprised me? New Orleans Pelicans, there's no way they're going to be number one. Mavericks went down to 8th. Clippers 4th, Phoenix Suns 5th. Makes sense. Lakers 3rd. Grizzlies 6th. Utah Jazz 2nd. I mean, Utah Jazz is 1st. There's no way New Orleans Pelicans are gonna have like the best winning streak of all time. So, I mean, there's just no way they're gonna be 1st. I'm surprised the Brooklyn Nets didn't end off the season with a 1 seed. You know, Cleveland made it to the 6th seed. And I expect Charlotte Hornets to be in the playoffs, honestly. Alright, let's see how everyone does. Specifically Miami Heat. So they take 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Oh my god, no. Well, we got eliminated. You know what? Let's check the player. So we traded Andre Iguodala over to San Antonio Spurs, who didn't even make the playoffs. And then we got Robert Covington from the Portland Trail Blazers because we traded Kelly Olynyk, and the Trail Blazers didn't even make the playoffs. So, I mean, for what we got in return, it's not a bad season, but it's not the championship season we were looking for. Let me just finish off these playoffs. I mean, I think it's pretty clear that there's no team that can beat the Brooklyn Nets this year. They're just impossible to beat, especially after they got, Blake Griffin from the buyout. It's going to be impossible to even beat them in a 7-game series. Yeah. So your 2021 NBA champions are going to be Brooklyn Nets. I mean, honestly, if Miami Heat went against them, I don't see a way that they could outscore them. Especially with the center spot. Like, Bam Adebayo won't be able to take advantage of it because if they put Kevin Durant on him, Kevin Durant will score more than Bam Adebayo at the center position. And I can't imagine having a team with 30-point per game scorers on a nightly basis. 3 of them coming from their starters, and the bench just having Blake Griffin, who could score 20 points per game. So it's going to be impossible to beat him. Well, anyways, this is the Miami Heat trade deadline scenario. Let me know what team you want me to do next. I mean, I could do the Brooklyn Nets, but it seems like their team is pretty much set. I think a team that could use a few trades is the Portland Trail Blazers and the Denver Nuggets. Another team that could use a trade is the Wizards because they're currently out of the playoffs. So, yeah, let me know if you want me to do one of those teams or any other team that you like. And leave a comment down below. How do you think I did in this trade scenario? Now, as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm going to be posting a lot more, so subscribe and hit that notification bell so you could get those notifications when my new video comes out. Alright, see you guys. Bye.